Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. We're shooting episode 171, 31st of January, one day before the budget. So the markets have been in a fall for the last few weeks before recovering in the last few days. And the FIIs have continued to sell. The domestic institutions have continued to buy, although the buying has reduced a bit in the last few days. And it remains to be seen if budget will be an important event going forward in determining where we'll end up in the month of February. So what we'll do is we'll do a two series budget daily bite. In today's daily bite, we will essentially go over what has been the performance of the markets before and after the budget of the last many decades, and we'll try to see some correlation there. And tomorrow we will take a look at sectoral analysis, more in depth of the market. So today market opened very strong. Nifty opened almost more than 1% up, and remained strong during the day, giving up some minor part of the gain at the end, but largely up. Nifty ended up 1.4%. Real estate and IT, along with PSU banks, again, PSU banks have been really running very hard. You can see that in 1 week they are up 12%, and in 1 month 17.9%. So the best performing subsector in the market has been the PSU banks, and the recent results of Canara Bank, etc., have emboldened the bulls there. IT has done a very sharp U-turn today after dropping 10% in the last month, up 3% today. And real estate also came back very strongly after a few results at 3.1% today. The rest of the other sectors have also gained, with metals, private banks being a bit soft. But other than that, there were gains all across. And of course, this is also some sort of optimistic rally going into the budget tomorrow, with expectations that the budget may be favorable for those sectors. In terms of overall broad-based indices, you can see all of them were nearly about 1 to 1.5% up. In terms of weekend investing small cases, also several small cases were running quite hard. MIMT all cap, MI25, Mi EverGreen more than 1.5% up, rest in the range of 1 to 1.5%. MI35 was a bit slower at 0.73%. Overall, in the last week, most of the small cases have done reasonably all right. And we look forward to, what is the regime change that happens post the budget. So what has happened in the last many budgets is that the budget has become lesser of an important event as the last 2 decades have gone by. And let's first take a look at, the budget data that we have here. So we've taken budget minus 1 month, budget plus 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, the performance of the market before and after the budget. Now, all this may not be correlated to the budget only because there are so many things happening in the market, but just sort of making some rough guesses, I would say. I would not even call them correlations. So what we can see is that, let's sort this. So you can see that these years, about 8 or 9 years, where the pre-budget, there was no rally. So 2007, 2013, 2009, 2012, 16, 20, 8 and 14, there was no pre-budget rally. And here in 2016, 2006, 2021, 18, 3 and 19, there was some pre-budget rally in the previous 1 month of the budget. And what we see here is that, just sort of rough probability wise, if you were running up into the budget, you kind of got disappointed post the budget, 1 month post the budget, although there were several occasions where, especially in 2021 itself, where market ran up pre-budget as well as post-budget. In 2006 also pre-budget and post-budget. But on a larger sort of probability basis, if you were red before the budget for a month, there were only few occasions where you went green. Most of the occasions was rather 1, 2, 3, 4 occasions where you went green. So it was equal sort of when you came into the budget with a soft month. But when you went into the budget with a stronger month, you were more likely to be received with a falling market. Then you can also look at various post budget month statistics. That of course 2001 here minus 16% post the budget. I think this was the year where long term capital gain and STT were introduced, and this is where that major fall came, and it continued for 3 months and of course 6 months, and there was in general the 2001 crash of IT stocks also. But you can see here, if we sort this, that in the last few years, 2016, 17 onwards, in the last 4 years, for instance, there has not been much of a change before or after the budget. So this is 2 to 3% of a change before or after the budget is sort of par for the course. And then here in 2020, of course, leading into the COVID fall, we had a 4% fall before budget and then a 3.5% fall post the budget also, and that was totally reversed in 2021. So not much correlation one can draw here in terms of how the budget has behaved. If we were to consider the budget along with plus 1 year sort of performances, then you would say most of the years, regardless of the budget, you would say that the market performed very well. It's only on 4 or 5 occasions that the Nifty was negative 1 year post the budget. So from this perspective, and even for 6 months basis, if you see, majority of the years are green, and of course some are red. But on a yearly basis, you can see that only 4 or 5 occasions you had a double-digit fall. Otherwise, you had largely a gaining year. So this would tell me that pretty much budget is largely a non-event when you see it from a longer term perspective, and it's only in the very short term, few weeks before or few weeks after the budget, and to very particular sectors which get benefited or harmed by the budget, does the really impact take place. But in general, we tend to see the budget in a very big event way that this will alter the market, but that just doesn't happen, and the market will basically go its own way post each budget. I can guarantee you that within a week from tomorrow, nobody will be talking about any implication of the budget itself. So don't fear the budget, let your positions run, and if you are taking some leverage bets, etc., of course, then please do lighten them up before every big event like the budget. But I think like the past many years have seen by, this budget also will not be a earth-shattering or a path-breaking or breaking the trend budget. The Indian market is in a very nice uptrend even till now. So I don't see that breaking due to the budget, and I wish you all the best, and hope to see you on the other side of the budget tomorrow. So with this, I am closing this daily bite. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.